and the Los Angeles Chargers. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway in Southern California. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago. And they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limited to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
On is the Chargers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll start out here with the option left. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Wilhelm. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Wilhelm. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And that will force a turnover on downs.
4th and short in this part of the field. You just know the special teams coordinator was rallying the team, saying, watch the fake, but Brandon, don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it, and they were ready for it and stopped it.
Running on first down, Eckler. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Back to throw here, Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the 1st quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Open man is Palmer. Powers pass, touchdown! Josh Palmer hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have taken a 1st quarter lead.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss, as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Back to throw. Wilhelm. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Uchenna Nwosu in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Looking to throw. Wilhelm. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Herbert. They'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Wilhelm. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew's got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And it is now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw. Wilhelm. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Wilhelm. And he checks this one down to Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
The option to give to Williams here. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Sutton. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 44-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st down, Wilhelm. Open man, he completes it to Judy.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Back to throw. Wilhelm got a man and he hits him in stride.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Herbert. And finding the tight end, Hooper. He's still barreling through. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you wanted to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Josh Palmer with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Chargers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Wilhelm. And he's taken in by the tight end Fant. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Wilhelm. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wilhelm. This will be caught. Judy. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Judy, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are able to at least make things a bit more respectable. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Brings up 3rd and
2. Herbert. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. So that one will be accepted. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Wilhelm. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. Steps away. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Back to throw. Wilhelm. Throw left side complete. That's Sutton. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And now a fumble. The ball's out and picked up by the Chargers. And he will take this across midfield and down the 48-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Wilhelm. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilhelm under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Back to throw. Wilhelm. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And this time they were waiting for it as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
To throw on 2nd down, Wilhelm. And he will find his man on the outside. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilhelm. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. And this one is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
56.
Herbert now. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. On 2nd down, Eckler. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Wilhelm firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Operating from the gun. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Uchenna Nwosu racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Back to throw. Wilhelm. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. He's at the 30. 10. And they are going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages. They're going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 33. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount